Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, 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 everyone. I welcome you today into two channels. Today, myself as EBM Scholars, and SHIKO Hope will join us in a few minutes. We are going to talk three important things today. Number one, we are going to interview one another on things which are different ways we have used to come here to America. Myself, I came to the United States through education means. I came as a scholar, first time to come to teach Swahili language in African culture. Then I went ahead and become international student. Then I became green card holder. Then I became a US citizen. SHIKO Hope came to America through green card lottery. I believe up to this moment, she's still a green card holder. She hasn't become a US citizen yet. That's what my belief. I haven't asked her that question. So for that case, we have two different ways on how we came to America, how we experienced the immigration process. So through that way, we'll be in a position to ask one another on our journey, but also to share with you the ways we have been able to use and until we have been able to be here. Then the other part will be going to talk overall American culture, American lifestyle, and if the life for the immigrant. So that will be the purpose of this kind of discussion into those categories. Before I continue, I would like to ask you a few things. Number one is for everyone who has been here to go, first of all, to make sure that you are going to both on SHIKO Hope TV USA and the EBM Scholars channel and subscribe. If today is your first time either to see EBM Scholars or to see SHIKO Hope TV USA, please do so. You'll be having the opportunity to learn a lot of things about lifestyle, saving, how you can be able not just to come to America or to go to another country, but how you can be in a position to succeed. Because the purpose is not just to come or to go to Canada or to go to Australia, then to do what? We want you to go to those countries, but to be in a position to succeed. That is the overall purpose of going to those countries. So those are the two main channels. But on my side, I have a separate also channel for those who speak Swahili. You can go to the youtube.com/EBM Swahili. You can be able to learn some few things from there. So I believe SHIKO Hope will be ready in a minute now. I'm going to invite her or to bring her to bring her live now. We can be able to gather now. So if you have questions, go ahead and put your questions. And I will be able to pick up you, and I can let you know that after a few questions, then you can be able to go through the, for you to can be able to do that. Okay, that is our SHIKO Hope. Welcome, 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 SHIKO.
Thank you so much, EBM. Sorry, I was a bit late, but you know, we Africans, we are so poor in keeping time.
Yeah, so there are some people who do not know you in my channel, but I believe many people know you. So you can start introducing yourself to my channel. I know you people in your channel, they know you. In this live, we are live in two channels at the same time. So that's the reason.
Yes. For people who do not know me, and for those who know me, I can remind them I am SHIKO Hope, and I'm the one who has that name that you can read from the screen. SHIKO Hope TV USA is my YouTube channel, and that is where we interact. That's where we meet every day. Every day we have something.
Yeah. And you have to show your t-shirt.
Yeah. You can look from my t-shirt, guys. And
Yes.
EBM, before you continue, I would like to wish my Kenyan people happy Madaraka Day. Today it was Madaraka Day in Kenya. Yeah,
Yes.
I just wish them. I know it is night right now, but Madaraka Day is still there. So I wish you all guys happy Madaraka Day. We also celebrate Madaraka Day today. Here, we are Kenyans. Okay, Zalendo.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And this myself. So one thing, go to both the channels and make sure that you are going to subscribe. So as I mentioned in the introduction that both Shiko and I are from Africa, and the good thing we are from East Africa. Shiko is from Kenya, I'm from Tanzania, but we came to the United States using different routes. Shiko came as a green card lottery winner, and they came as exchange scholar, number one. Then I moved to international students. Then I became green card holder. Then I became a US citizen. So I give you the floor to ask me questions, and then I will ask you questions. Then we can move from there.
So you want me to ask you questions?
Yes.
Okay, questions are there. Let me ask you one question. The first one about scholarship.
Yes.
Do we still have those scholarship opportunities now that our people can try to try their luck and see if they can get the scholarships? Do we still have them?
Yes, scholarship opportunities are there every single day, but there is a time where we say it is the time for many universities. The application time is open. For instance, most of the scholarships application usually start in August until December. There are few scholarships you can apply before that. There are few scholarships you can apply beyond that. But majority of the scholarships application window is from August to December. Why that time? Because in August in America or many in Europe, in August and September is when the new academic year starts. So the new students are coming to the university. After coming to the university, now the university, after admitting the new students, then they start to process for students to come to the new academic year for the next year. So usually we have fall or autumn semester, which is in August. We have winter, we have spring, we have summer semester. But international students who are coming under scholarships, 99% they are supposed to start in August. So if you are applying for scholarships, remember you are applying this year, 2021, to start studies in August 2022. So that you have to know. And I usually tell people for that particular reason, you have to apply many scholarships, even more than 15 to 20. The reason being, if you apply maybe 2, you don't get admission for August 2022, it means you have to apply 2022 to go to 2023 in August. So you are wasting almost 2 years. So you need to well prepare yourself and apply as many as possible so that you have to win. You have to get a scholarship to go forward.
Yeah, I just asked that question because the previous video that we did with you, they were asking me how can we get these scholarships. So how or where can they see that those opportunities?
Okay,
online or how can
that is a very good question. Number one, there are scams. You have to know that.
Yes.
You have to be aware of those. That's number one. How do you know this is reliable information? Even if you see any advertisement in anywhere, if they say to study new particular university for particular program, just go to the Google search and find that university and find that information, because if they post the same information, it will be in their main website of the organization. That's number one. So find the source of the information, and if it is coming from the original. Yes, as bloggers or some people, they can share on the Facebook, but go to the original. That's number one. Number two, when you apply for scholarships, make sure you apply for the scholarships which say, or apply for the university which say, if you get admission, we are going to give you this amount of money, and this money is going to cover 1, 2, 3. Don't just apply. Majority of people that are doing this way, they go to Britain and apply to one university. Go to America, they apply to universities. Then they are happy. I got 2 admissions, but I don't have money. That means you applied as what we call self-financing student. And once you apply as self-financing student, that means you're going to pay on your own. Many universities, they are likely to give you admission because you are going to pay 20, 30, 40,000. So most of the admission requirement, they are going to be reduced than if you're going to apply for scholarships. So apply to the university, which say, if you apply for this program and get admission, we give you this money. So the other way, if they don't give you money, they don't admit you. Meaning, apply to the scholarships, apply to the programs which the admission and the scholarships are merged together. There are very few programs, they say apply for scholarship first and then you'll apply for school. Some they say apply for school, if you get admission, then you give you money. But they must merge together. Don't apply as if you're going to pay for yourself, because there is no anybody who will give you the money. Like you have the scholar, you have admission at the University of Liverpool in England, and you think that University of Manchester will give you to study in another university, or American country is a country or institution in America to give you money to go to study in France, or France to give you the money to study in Germany. These are still imperialistic powers. They give you the money to study in their own country, and the scholarships are attached to a particular university. So don't walk around with a plate that, oh, give me the money, I want to study on this admission, I have admission to this one. It's just like in Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta cannot pay the salary of ODM in another political party. So that is simple. These are rivals. So if they are rivals, on one side, this will be simple. Apply to a university which says they give you the money. That's why someone is saying, oh, I applied to this university. I have applied for scholarship, but I haven't got. I ask the question, have you done the English proficiency test? If you applied in America, did you take the GRE or GMAT, SAT exams? No. That means you haven't applied for scholarship. There are certain requirements you have to know that they are there. So people should know that how to get them. You can get them through the Google search. You can Google search, but then they will go to the original source. Or for myself, for instance, I have my own site. It's called ebmscholarships.com. Over there, I usually post scholarships. And when I say post scholarships, I post the one which is 100%. The one which they pay for tuition, fees, and living expenses. If one item, I usually don't post there because majority of people cannot be able to afford 20,000 or whatever is the amount of money. So you have to know those kind of things before you need to know how to apply. And the one before I finish, people usually they say, send me the link to apply. So just jump to a link to apply. You have to know what are the requirements overall to apply for scholarships.
Yeah.
Number one, for instance, if you are applying in America versus applying in Europe, if you're applying in America, you have to take the English proficiency test, the test of English as a foreign language 12, or International English Language Testing System, IELTS. The American version, which is 12, is $220 US. If you take the British version, you take the British Council, is about $320 US. You have to take the British Council. So before I send you the link, take the test first. That's number one. Because applying without that test, oh, I know English. There is no way you can prove you know English without taking the test. So don't bring me the nonsense that, these people are racist. They don't want to come there. If you don't do the exam, the Chinese is going to do the test. If you don't have those requirements, that means you have incomplete application. Yes, there are few scholarships which they can give the waiver, or few they don't require that one. But 99% they require that. So for that case, you need to be ready. Don't wait for the waiver. If you're applying now in US they add extra exam. There is GRE, graduate record exam, for all programs which we call non-management programs. And then if you are dealing with the management, you take the GMAT. It is 220. If you want to take a law, you do LSAT. If you want to take the medical, you take MCAT. You have to take extra exam, 220. Then in the US, there's the application fee. In Europe, there's no application fee. In Europe, there is no extra exam. So before you start giving me the link, take the exam first, because the link, you will not do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those, I want to make sure that people should understand those is the basic before they start asking for a link.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for clarifying on that. Now they know.
Yes. Okay. Should I go for me to ask you a question now, right?
Yes,
so
go ahead.
One. My question is, for you to come to the United States as a green card holder, as a winner of the green card lottery, to come to the United States, before applying for the lottery, did you have plans to come to America, either as a student or for any other means, before applying for the DV lottery? That's the question. And if so, what was your first impression or reaction when you found out you have won the DV lottery?
Okay, let me start with the first one. If I before I won, if I have ever thought about coming to the United States.
Yes.
Sincerely speaking, no. Before then, I didn't have any thought about coming to the United States. I have never thought about going outside of Kenya, leave alone America, even going to Tanzania. I have never thought about it. And it was the other time that I was talking with my husband, and he told me they were joking in the office back in Kenya, and some a friend asked him, there are these things that is called green card. You can try. You look lucky. You might be lucky. and he replied, no. Me going out of Kenya, maybe going to India, and God forbid, being treated. He was just joking. He just reminded me that last week. So for me, I have never thought about going outside of Kenya. And the thought of applying green card came like 3 years back when we started applying. And I had lost hope. The first time we didn't win, it was like, oh, so we can't win this thing. The second time we didn't win again. So I was like, I will never apply again, because it looks like it is a scam. Why? I have applied once, twice, not selected. Then my husband kept on insisting, let's do it the last time, now the time that we were selected. And here we are. So it was just like a surprise. It was never in our minds.
That is very. And what happened on the day you check the results, you found out as a family you have won and you'll be coming to America?
It was a shock. It was a shock. I didn't check. We didn't check for our results. Actually, we applied and we forgot about it. The cyber where we applied, because it was still on our neighborhood, he checked. You know, when we apply, we print the confirmation number. Yeah. You are given a copy and he's left with one copy. Yes. Because he knows people are not aware about this stuff. They will not remember to check. Yeah. Because it is his job, he checks for everybody. He's left with a copy and you are given your copy. Once he finds out that you are selected, now he contacts you and he's like, you know, you applied and now you are selected, and continue with the processing. He's so genuine and transparent. So he checked and he found out that of all people that applied in his cyber, only our application was selected, my husband. So he came to my shop. I had a shop there. He came to my shop and he told me, you know what, blah, 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 blah. He's the one who told me we have been selected. So I was shocked at first. I just could not believe me leaving Kenya, going America, of all places, America. Of all places, America, with my family. How? What are we going to do? So it was mixed feelings. I was so happy, and at the same time, I was shocked. So it was emotional. I cried tears of joy, fear of the unknown. Those mixed feelings.
Yeah.
It was mixed feelings. That's what I can say. But after 3 days, I'm like, I'm eating, but then America.
Yeah. This might be my last meal.
Now you don't know how to go about the process. This thing is new. But God made a way, and here we are.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Especially once you apply, continue with your own business. But don't every single day wait, okay, next year I'm going to America, as if you have won already. Yes, you can have the gut that, okay, I'm going to win this time, but you need to continue with other plans. Yes.
Now, let me ask you a question on military.
Yes, you may go ahead.
I have my notes here with me, so I have lots of questions. Maybe time will not allow, but let me ask this one.
Yes.
If you are a military man in Kenya, can you find a way to find yourself in the US military?
No. The reason being, in order to be in the military in the United States, you must have let's say the number one requirement is your immigration status. You are either a green card holder or a US citizen. And you must be in America at the time of applying, because they don't have recruitment outside America. So they cannot bring a foreigner direct from another country, no matter what, to come in America. They might have a bilateral agreement between the US and another country. You can come to study. Here in Kansas, there is a military college. What is it called? I forgot the name. Even Kagame, all the major people, most of it, but it's the officers' school. It's a very, very famous military school. It is here in Kansas. So you can come to study. There have bilateral opportunities, but not to be wearing the American uniform. No, you must be a citizen or a green card holder. That's number one. But two, you must be here in the time, and then it becomes the issue of just the issue of education, minimum of high school. But if you are a green card holder, you'll join as enlisted. Enlisted, that means you are not officer. But if you have a degree and you are a permanent resident, I mean, you are a US citizen, you can join direct as officer. That's number one. If you join as enlisted with a green card, you'll be given citizenship there. So even when you are going usual, different from, I don't know about, I know in Tanzania, but I believe in many countries in Africa, when you join in military in Africa, many countries, you join just, I'm going army or I'm going Air Force. But you don't specify what are you going to do in the military. But that particular case, here, there are specific jobs, and you have to take the exams to join. So there are jobs, even if you are enlisted, you cannot touch them because you must be a citizen, because you must have security clearance. Like you cannot become a nuclear submarine or nuclear program, even in enlisted, if you are not a US citizen. So there are certain requirements on one program or one particular job over the other. But overall, I usually advise people, if they see they have the requirements, if you are here, take the opportunity to join the US military. There are so many advantages. And yesterday was the memorial, but some people do not know what is memorial. Memorial is to say thank you to the people, foreign soldiers or military personnel who were in the front line, died in the action. And then we have Veterans Day, the one who, like me, we saved and we are out. And then there's Armed Forces Day, which the people who are active right now in the military, though many people do not know much of that day because it's not a public holiday off completely. But overall, there are so many benefits for someone to join the military. Yeah, so those I can simply say so. But if it's not a must, but if you have a chance, please do so. You will not have any regret. Yes, it is tough on a certain aspect, but as African, those will be the easy way also, most of you, to be able to overcome.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes. Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The question usual I want to ask, and many people they know that, I believe, is the VLOTL is free. And even in it is written with the instruction, don't pay, it's free. Yes, it's free. But once you win, the game is changing. The application is free. But usual after that, after winning, is not free. There are money you need to have for processing before you come, and the amount of the money you need to have to start your life here, even if you have the host. How much money and what kind of cost or expenses did you incur while you were in Kenya? And for you, because you came as a family, how much, even if you don't say exactly, how much money do you think, if someone is husband and wife and one child, they needed to have at least to start their life here? Even if they have a host, to stay to a host for 2 months, then they need to have their own life.
Yes, green card application is free. You don't pay anything when you apply. But once you are selected now, that's when you know that it is not free. And I normally tell people, if you have applied, start saving. Hopefully that you are going to be selected. Now, when we were selected, we didn't have passports. We didn't have anything. During our time, passport was not a requirement when applying.
Yes.
So we started, as we started spending immediately, looking for the passport for every member of our family, 5 people. It was so hard because in Kenya, there are those passports, they go with pages. The cheapest one goes for 4,500. When we went to apply, it was not available. So we went for the other cost, the more costly one, 6,000. So we incurred 30,000 with passports only.
Wow.
So I know we spent a lot of money because of that. But let's say if you have the passport, the amount of money you are going to spend more is on medicals. Approximately, this is an approximate figure, 30,000 Kenyan shillings. It might be more than 30 or less than 30, but 30 is the approximate. That is for medical, one person.
Yeah.
So if you are a family of husband, wife, and one baby, that is 150,000 on medical. The day of the interview, you pay for the visa fees. That is 3,000 Kenyan shillings.
300
one person
per person.
Yes. That is an approximate because it will depend.
There is no, but this is a child, it's the same.
No. It doesn't matter whether you are a grandpa of 90 years old or a baby of 1 week old. The amount of money is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So for the visa fees is 33,000 approximate. So 33,000 times 3 if it is husband, wife, and the baby. So that is another like 160,000. And then the green card itself, 22,000 Kenyan shillings.
$220 per person.
Yes. So 22,000 times 3 people, that is 66, almost $70, 70,000 Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
Now you have not spent the air ticket.
Yes.
And then you don't want to come here empty-handed,
That's
you want to have something with you.
Yes.
So if you calculate that amount of money, you will see how much you might be needing to have.
Yes, that is very good, because people should understand. And if you save the money and you don't win, you have the money. So it's not a bad thing. You are not going to regret. You have the money.
Yes. There is a friend of mine. We were selected on the same time, but her case number was not given the appointment date because they were locked out. The cutoff, that is the cutoff. That is the correct word to use, cutoff. So I'm already here. She was telling me, I'm not, it's okay. Our case number is cut off, but it's okay. I have the money with me. I'll have myself something. I'll buy myself something for my family because I had saved a lot. And that's what she did. Now she told me, now you start saving again. Hopefully for next year, I'll be selected.
Yeah, that is the spirit you need to have, someone.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I usually tell people, even if you have applied and you have won, don't stop applying for the next DV lottery, because there are those kind of situations. If your case number is a little bit high, but there are, especially like now with the COVID, there is a slow number of visas people to be interviewed. So you might not be interviewed just in case before the deadline of the fiscal year. Yeah, so I know the two cases. Number one is there is a Kenyan lady, she's doing PhD in Ohio, and she was live one day with me. She won the DV lottery, DV 2021. So she's processing, she's doing PhD here. But so she applied it for herself and the rest of the family in Kenya. Unfortunately, the rest of the family didn't win, and she won again for DV 2022 when the results are out. So in case this one doesn't, I mean, because of the situation, she doesn't get it, she has another chance. And there are Tanzanian husband and wife. They applied DV 2020. They won. So they, after winning, the Tanzania then went, they had the appointment date. Before the appointment date, which was the time the interview was about April. On February, Tanzania was put into the travel ban. So they cannot get a visa. But the good thing, they applied for the DV 2021. So they on the first application, the husband won. So they're processing under the husband. When they applied for the DV 2021, guess what? Both husband and wife won the DV lottery.
What?
Yes. Yeah. So
wow.
So I told them, go and fill the DSC 260. Everyone has to fill. You never know. In case one, let's say, goes there and they deny you the visa, you can wait for the other one. You can go because it's another many principal applicant. So the interview was May 26th. I haven't get in touch with them, but I believe this week they're going to get their visa.
Wow.
Never know.
So lucky. That's so lucky.
Yeah, so they're very, very lucky. So it's another way to do that than just forgetting, okay, you stop applying.
Yes, I normally tell my people, even if you are selected, October comes, apply again.
Yeah. Because
it costs you nothing to apply.
Okay, now is your turn. Ask the question. I know you have more questions than me, so but go ahead.
Yes. Now, it is this issue of case numbers.
Yes.
What can happen if someone knows or your case number is known by another person? Is there any issue of security? Can someone mess with your case? Tell us more about that.
That is a very good question. There is the issue of privacy. Basically, it is not a good idea to put the full case number. Not a good idea. But no one, just by knowing the case number, can do anything with that. Because in order to log in on the DSC 260 form, yes, you need the case number. Then you need exactly the name of the person. You need to use exactly the birth information. And I think you have to use also the confirmation number, if not mistaken.
And the email.
And the email. So that is to log in on the DSC 260. So unless otherwise the person knows all this information and he has a bad intention for destroying your life, yes, can you go there down the road and then for you have submitted and then just go there and ask KCC to unlock and then go there and just delete everything, maybe. And that person will be like a very bad person trying to go to that mile. But majority of the people, they know just fewer information. That's why for me, usually some people I ask, what is your case number? Just if you just give me the broad number, like, okay, is 7,000 or 2,000. Even if I mean, I don't need to know the full exact number. I want to know the range. But if I just know the range, I cannot do anything with that information. But we live in the world where someone can make these pieces. You never know. Someone knows you because you put on your social media, you forgot. They know you are most of the email. Maybe you posted EBM, your email is there. So someone can use as intelligence way to piece the pieces, but they cannot use. The good thing is they cannot go to the US embassy to apply on to appear on you, because before the passport requirement, this is what I tell people: why you will never, if you don't have the passport, don't try to apply. Don't try. You come to regret. Why? Because they introduced the passport requirement on purpose. Because there are people coming, they went to the application, they put Ernest Boniface Makulilo as main applicant number one. Boniface Ernest Makulilo Ernest Boniface. So you can apply as 3 people. You see, because you don't have the passport. And if one of these is going to win, I go to make the passport and I tell you this is my name. Because in Africa, we don't have the someone don't have the birth certificate. You come and say I'm Boniface Ernest Makulilo instead of EBM, and you can come later. So US embassy using the passport, they are going to limit that kind of people to come with this scam. So you have to go to the embassy. Even if your passport has expired or lost the passport, whatever it is, you have to submit it to KCC, the old passport or the passport you used to apply, and the newer passport if you have the new passport. If in Kenya, use the old passport. Now in East Africa, you have the newer one. You have to go with both. They have to prove. The thing they do at the embassy nowadays is to prove you are exactly the person who applied. And how they know that it's not just the name. Give us the passport. This is the passport you used to apply. So now someone will use the information maybe to destroy. That will be to have all those information just to destroy someone. So we don't have many people in that in those particular areas. Because until the person they have to forge the passport for Kenya, all the information, it is very, very difficult. But overall, it's not a good idea to share so much personal, like your passport number, just my personal. I cannot post it online. So there are certain information. It's not good to put them there. But if someone sees them, yes, Obama's passport is online. Are you going to use the Obama's passport number to forge your Obama? No, you cannot do that. So those are the fewer things we needed to be careful about.
Okay, still on the issue of passport.
Yes.
What if someone applied, he was selected, but he didn't have a passport by that time?
Okay.
Can he go ahead with processing, or can he just say
Very
no?
good question. And I've made so many videos about the passport. First of all, the US government, this is the 3rd time, I think, this the development we're going to do. It will be the 3rd time with the passport requirement. The October one will be the 3rd time.
Yes.
There is a reason why they've introduced the passport. Overall, is to protect people from using other identity. Instead of going, I can put SHIKO Hope applicant and put whatever, and then I can go and make it a forgery and just come as you. And the day you want to, the student say, no, our document shows you already in America. So to avoid that, or someone to come with so many version of his own name and to prove that I'm the same guy, so they introduced the passport. So that is the instruction number 7 of the DV lottery. It is very, very clear. I'll answer this one in detail. People should understand. Number 1, you must have the passport which is not expired, a valid, unexpired passport. There are cases like 3 people I know who have won the DV lottery. They use expired passport, which is not allowed. I'll tell you what will be the results of those people. Then there is someone I know from Ethiopia, and another person, I don't remember which country. They have won the DV lottery, applied without a passport. I usually tell people, if you don't have the passport book, the one we usually tell, go and apply the temporary emergency passport. The one which is like a piece of paper usually you use to travel around East Africa. It's a piece of paper. It's like $8 to get it, and you can get that one within 2 days maximum. They give you, because they know it's just for 1 year or 6 months. Usually it's 1 year from Kenya. In Tanzania, they give for 6 months, I think. You travel within East Africa. If you're in West Africa, they have the same version of that. So apply for the temporary passport to get the passport. If you don't have passport at all, don't apply. I tell you, don't apply. Instruction is very clear. Because there is one document, I will post it down later on the comments after these videos, which is from the Department of State. They have frequently asked questions about the passport. So if you don't have the passport, there are 3 exceptions or waiver. You need to have one of those, which majority of people don't have. Number 1, you must be a stateless. A stateless is a person born in no country in this world. There are very few people of those. There is one person is from Angola. The mother was traveling with the boat. They are refugees running away into the mid of the international water in the boat. The child was born, so there was no country. That is something you need to know. There are some exceptional cases. So the person didn't have citizenship of any country, or was not having, because remember, you are going to be eligibility based on the country of birth. So the person was born in no country, but there are certain people, let's say, the law, I'm giving an example. There are certain countries, if you are born in country A, I'm giving an example, you are not allowed to be a citizen of that particular country. So there are certain regulations. There are very exceptional cases. So there are very few people. And you must, so if you ask, you say you are stateless, on the day of the interview, you have to go with the evidence to prove that you are stateless. If you're born in Kenya, you're not stateless. You're born in any country in Africa, you're not stateless. So that's number one. Two, you must be coming from a communist-controlled country and you are unable to get the passport. Not you are not able to get the passport because of the COVID. Not you are not able to get the passport because you don't have the money. They don't care about that. Because you are from communist-controlled country. There is no African which is a communist-controlled country. You can say you have a war, but war is not communist-controlled country. There is no exception to the war. So that is something else you need to understand. So you must prove that if you are from communist-controlled country, to my knowledge, Kenyatta is not a communist-controlled country. Museveni is not. President of Uganda is not. President of Nigeria is not. President whatever is not. So that's number two. The third exception is you must have a letter of a waiver from the United States Secretary of State and the United States Secretary of Homeland Affairs, not of the country, of the United States, that this person is allowed to apply the V lottery without the passport. So tell me, show me the letter. If you go to the embassy that day, you show them the letter that the current Secretary of State and then Homeland Security, they gave you the waiver to apply the DV load. So you don't have those exceptions. So 99.9% don't have those exceptions. And they say, apply without that passport or failure to establish the reason of the waiver. Of you go there as a stateless or whatever, failure to introduce that one, I failed to get the passport, you have to prove you are a communist country. They will deny you the visa. That is the law. Using expired passport, you are going to be denied the visa. That is the law. So don't think I'm a bad guy, but that is the law, because the instruction said you must use an expired passport. So for that case, you lied. You cannot put the date of the old date. It's just like saying to go to the DV lottery or filling the DS26, you say, I got married July 2022. You cannot be married on next whatever in the future. You have to have the previous. But the expiration of the passport must be in the future.
Yeah.
Yes. Now there are some of the consulars that might be nice. So for me, should they continue? Yes, you can continue. If I'm the one, I'm okay to risk the money, because it will be the money for medical. It will be the money for. I'm okay to risk that money, because sometimes some consular might be easygoing. I understand they are human beings, so you can say, "Oh, I didn't know that." I didn't know, when I was unable, I didn't know is referring to this one because of the COVID. I didn't have the passport. They can think about, but if by law they're supposed to deny you. If you have an expired passport, say, I didn't know. I thought if you have the passport, but by the law they're supposed to deny you. So it's a gamble. But don't go to do a gamble, because now for those who have applied and the results are out, they are going to figure that one. So go ahead in the process. But if you get denied, don't say these people are bad people. The mistake is yours. You have to know that an ignorance of the law is not the defense of the law. But for the people who are coming for the DV 2023 in October, never go to fill that the DV lottery application form without the passport. And especially people who are going to the cyber people, yes, there are people who know the regulations, but majority of them, they do not know. They will tell you, oh, no worry, just say I was unable to get the passport, you get it later, because they want your money. They can fill the form. And even some people, because they know to add the family or your spouse and the 3 children takes longer time. So they say, oh, just go as a single. When you win, just add them on top of that. That's not true. If you put it single, you are single forever. If you have kids, you cannot say, oh, but these children were born, but where did they were born? Like, unless they were born after applying. So those are the things people should know. Yes, you got to go with the cyber, but know the regulations first. Make sure that no matter the internet is slow, they take longer time, you must put your children. You must have the passport. These are the regulations which they might cost you a lot of money and they might cost you a life if then you are coming to regret later.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much for that very well explained answer. Now they know. They will not say we did not tell them. Go ahead and ask me a question now.
Okay, so my question will be, now you have been here in the US for a couple years already. And for you and I, we have difference in one thing. For me, coming to America was the dream. Since 5th grade, primary school, 1994, 1995, I made a decision. I'll go in America. I'll marry in America. I'll live in America. I'll die in America.
What?
Whether it's a childhood dream, I don't know. But there are some of the reasons made me to make that decision back in the day. I'm thankful now I reached that dream. But I knew even if that was my dream, I was okay to find other ways. I was very open-minded that I'm okay to apply for scholarship to go to Norway. I'm okay to apply for, so for me it was a scholarship. I'll go to other countries, but the final destination, it has to come to the greatest country on the planet Earth, United States of America. That was the final destination where I'm supposed to be laid when I die. That was my plan. It's not that I don't like Africa. I was a child, but that continued for the rest of my life up to now. But the question to you is, because you didn't have that plan, you are now here, you have these like new experiences. Do you have any regret of spending all the money, quitting everything you had, you and your family in Kenya, and move to America right now?
Did you talk about regret?
Yes.
Regret is not in my dictionary. It's not there. You can't find that word. Yes, it was a surprise. And we made the decision to process our visas to come here. I have never regretted, even one day. Even one day, I have never regretted coming here.
So if someone is planning to make a decision to come to America, or not to come, is a DV lottery winner, what would be your advice to that person with your experience of being in America for this time so far? As long as, you don't have regret. So what will be your advice to that person? Should you come, just stay there in Africa and eat ugali and chapati and whatever jollof with you in West Africa and just relax over there?
No. On my channel, right here, hope. SHIKO hope. I give hope. I tell them inawezekana. I can't discourage them. I encourage them every day. I tell them it is possible. Come here. We did, and we are making it. We are not yet there, but we can't regret. I can't discourage you. I can't tell you, if you are doing good, stay back in Kenya, if that is what you like with your heart. Mostly, if you have small kids, please come running.
Yeah,
that's discourage anyone. Come here, come one, come all. If God opens the door for you, come.
I like that one because I'm asking that question because there is a tendency of some of the Africans. Usually they don't want other Africans to come. So they say, it's so hard, you cannot make it. Just stay there. It's very easy. You can just make it in Africa. But if it's so hard, why are you still here? Why can't you go back to Africa too? Yeah, if it's hard, what do you like hard things? What about the other person? If you can be able to make it, what about the other person? But just make it okay. Yeah, it's very impossible to survive. We are just, struggling. The money goes back to the government, going to the bills. So in Africa, they have expenses too.
Yes, and let me tell you, let me say this.
Yes.
At first, when you are a new immigrant, it will not be easy for you because you'll have to what comes easily. but come with a positive mind. You are a go-getter back in Africa. You are a hard-working person. You are a smart-working person back in Africa. When you come here, you will do better. You will do better. At first, it will look like it is not okay, but be open. Have a positive mind. In a few months, you will not believe it. You will not believe it.
So for that particular case, if we take a time back after being in America and going to Africa, and now assume you have won the DV lottery and you have been in America for these years, you still will make the same decision of coming here.
Yes, yes. Like, ooh, I can't. Ooh, wait. Let me stop screaming on this channel. The same decision I made, I will make it again and again and again.
You plan to become a U.S. citizen because plus in Kenya, you have dual citizenship. So obviously it will be easy decision for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because in Tanzania, we don't have dual citizen. So if you take the American citizenship, is bye-bye being Tanzanian. So,
oh my. So now you're not a Tanzanian?
For me, I'm an American citizen. Like,
wow.
I'm given the opportunity, be a Real Madrid player and be Machakos team player. What should I choose? Like, I'm not going to choose a simple younger player while I can play for Real Madrid. I mean, no matter what, how many years I'll be in America, my blood is still Tanzanian or African. That is there, and I teach my kids about Tanzania. But behind them, the camera there, I have a flag. I teach Swahili, the kids. I eat the food, and I travel there, and I don't talk negatively about Africa or Tanzania in particular. But in the end, the reality is individual decision. Which one do you see your goals and objectives in life? They are aligned. There are some people, their goals and their objectives, it's very good, compatible to lifestyle in Tanzania or in Africa. It's good for them. But for me, my goals and what I'm doing, especially at this point in time, I believe I can help more people while I live in America, like doing this YouTube, doing with internet, doing with all the programs I'm doing. I'm more helpful to many people while I'm here. But if I'll be in Tanzania or in any African country, now I could be a pastor getting your money, or I could be a politician, corrupt one. You never know what will happen. I talk too much. I studied political science. I could be a politician now, corrupting, getting the free car, free everything. So but I'm coming here, I'm releasing my sins of being corrupting and stealing the money from you.
Oh my gosh, you you could be one of the most corrupt politicians in Africa.
Yeah, I'm studying political science. Why should I do a job? I get 500, 1,000 US dollar. Well, I have the possibility. I'm capable of lying to you. I'm capable of talking too much and become a politician. Or I'm capable of becoming a pastor and getting money for you without paying tax. So, but I'm here. I'm reducing some of the bad things happening to your countries.
Yes. Oh my! Today's show is very lively. Yes, and then you know what? Coming to another country, leaving your country does not mean that you hate your country. We all look for greener pastures. Like now, I just wished my Kenyan people happy Madaraka Day because I'm part of Kenya. You know, it is not that I came from Kenya, now I forget anything. I'm still there. Today in the morning when I woke up, I just sang the song on the YouTube. I put the song Kenya Taifale to. I had to celebrate the Madaraka Day with my Kenyan back home. So coming here, just looking for greener pastures. We go to Kenya for vacations. We meet our family. Our family are there. Our friends are there. It is just like we are here and then we go there, meet our people, and life continues. We love our country. We love our country. Last night, I was teaching my children national anthem, Kenyan national anthem, because they don't know. Shiro knows, but the others don't know. I was teaching them and they were so interested to learn.
Yes.
So we love our countries.
Yeah. So now it's your turn. You can ask me the last question, and then we go to the. Then from there we'll go to answer the question from people, because we have at least 30 minutes to finish, because I have the interview with Joyce at 1.
Yes. My last question is this: can you advise someone in Africa to try and make a friendship or try to put in the box, kuweka kwa box, any tourist they see around?
Okay, so that is a very good question. Number one, I usually tell people, open your phone book. Who are in your phone book? Don't have all the classmates and all people who went from primary school to university. WhatsApp groups or people communicating in the WhatsApp are the same people who went to primary school, high school, university, and maybe the group for SHIKO or whatever, those kind of things. Yes, it's good to have those, but expand your horizon. Make sure you have friends outside your country. Even if it's within Africa, have friends within Africa and outside of Africa. That's number one. Secondly, social media. How to use social media. When you use the social media, nowadays there is not the issue of paying people because of the internet sometimes. But even if you have internet, find friends outside your continent. Not for the purpose of asking for money, not for the purpose of marrying them, not purpose, just friends to have different perspective. People you follow on social media. Not everybody has to follow Eric Omondi, because sometimes it is very frustrating. You find someone they follow on social media is just someone is just doing the normal stupid things, and you post their scholarships and everything. Nobody even like your document, and someone is coming. Can I get a host? Can you be my host? Even you followed me today just because you are looking for opportunity to come to America. Start if you become my friend on social media. You comment. We know each other. Like, 6 months later, you're playing October, May results, they're coming next year. If you ask me, can you host me? Yes, I know you. You have been communicating, comments, whatever. It is easier to make a decision to host someone I know, someone you know a little bit, than completely come today. EBM, can you give me the invitation letter? Someone asks me, I do not know you. If you are a terrorist, I do not know you. I have at least. Sorry, the internet is on my phone. But hear me.
We can hear you.
Yes. So I'm using the phone as a webcam. So sometimes the network is getting confused. So let me continue. So the problem is you end up not knowing people on that particular area. That's another part. And again, so if other people from other countries, they come to your country, be friend with them. You never know what that friendship will take you.
Yes.
So by having friends, you exchange ideas, you become friends, you never know. Down the road, that person can ask for visiting, asking for them to visit, to ask you to go to visit them. That will be the easy way to start with. But if it's a different gender and you fall in love, you never know. So if you ask for fiancé visa, K visa, have you ever met in person? Yes. But you cannot go to ask for the K visa by meeting someone online. So online, don't just end up online to communicate on diamonds and harmonize Davido, Wizkid, whatever. Yes, they're okay to follow them and get the blue tick. But how many they follow SHIKO Hope on social media? How many people they follow me on Twitter? Just assume 1,400 people. Very few people on social media. But in the end, how many people they follow the mother of diamond? What content? I'm not just saying to this, but what content do they post in social media? Like, if it's okay to follow this gossip. I have no problem. I follow some of the pages I see, but yes, follow them, but follow the pages which have content. If your goal is to get scholarships, what YouTube videos are you watching? What people do you follow on social media? For me, like, my goal is to be rich, wealth. I follow the YouTube channel which give me the content which I can money, like green card, whatever. All this, like, they can help me. But yes, I watch movies, I watch comedy. Yes, I do both. I follow both channels. But don't just end up just following just the non-essential things. But your bigger purpose is to go to America, to go to Europe, to get jobs overseas. So I'm going to answer this one also to add two things. My personal experience. Before we started to have the internet on the phone, we go internet cafe. We used to go to the internet, we pay the money. 2005, I started my bachelor degree. My first money, which I got, they give the money for the semester. I purchased what we call the TTCL, the telephone company. They had a broadband, like a phone, but for the internet. I bought that one to put in my room. So I had the internet in my room 2005. And what at that time I was looking for schools. At that time I was looking for friends overseas. I had so many pen pals in different countries just for friends. I've never asked the money. I've never asked anything, because for me, my principle is I will never marry any person I meet online while I'm in Africa. Don't take me from Africa to America. I'll go to Europe or to America using my brain. Just in case if we don't go along and we decide to end our relationship, I have no regret, or you don't have the regret that I took this guy from Africa. No, you found me in that country with my brain. So that was my principle. So I have friends, so many friends at the university, exchange students, whatever. So I remember one of the friends, and it was African American, one family, mother and her family. We became friends for more than a year and a half. Like almost every day we chat, whatever. Just like, and she has never been to Africa. So we talk about so many things, about politics, about catch, about so many issues, chatting, whatever. And that time we were chatting on Yahoo Messenger. Oh, this Facebook, there is nothing back in the 2005.
Yeah.
So one day it was my birthday. So she knows my birthday. So she sent me $200. And they say, wow. She asked, how do you use your internet? I say, usually I purchase this one from my school money. That's I usually chat anytime I want when I'm in my home. So from that moment, say on every 23rd of the month, because my birthday is 23rd of September, but say on every 23rd, she was sending Western Union. I've never asked Western Union of $100. Up to now, all the receipt of Western Union she gave me, I came with them in America.
Wow.
That was 2005 to 2008. And since now, I mean, we were talking about that. Up to now, I'm still communicating. Usually we talk over the phone. So you can have friends just like that way. She gave me the invitation to come to America to visit her family, and she'll pay the ticket. But at that time, I was to make a choice to attend the internship with UNHCR or to come to America. I said, I'm going to the UNHCR internship, because if I come to America, I will delay the internship, and it's a required practical training, kind of that, and graduate. So you see, like you need to have those kind of friends. Yes. Kind of things. So that is, I'll give you an example of one of the friends in the end get the money. Another friend, I was communicating with another family for a longer time, even before I planned to come to America. When I came to America, so I told them, I'm coming to America. So I visited their family in Indiana, 2008. So up to now, we are still friends. So you can have so many friends, not just for the purpose of just marrying them, but if you are single, you have to have that intention. If it happens, be open-minded. These are the things I usually tell people. Just go beyond. Find a way to have friends like me, like you, whatever. Just outside. Don't just assume that you are friends, or like you want to get to the diamond number. Like the diamond is like you are post. Yes, you'll be excited. But what about us? Like people who can give inputs on your scholarship, your students. Have you discovered these channels? Or you're just going to watch comedy about all the cats jumping on the trees? Yeah, so that is what I can advise on that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Because we fear, some people in Africa, they fear like, oh, these tourists, they will see me like I'm very poor, like I want to get money from him. Go ahead and grab that opportunity.
The only thing is just don't have that intention. Just treat that as a normal friend. It's a normal friend, remember.
Yeah.
But once you bring the issue of money, that is the problem. Are you trying to use me? Even this is the reality. Even I'm giving an example. My son, my daughters are Americans. If they tell me I'm dating Tanzanians or Kenyan or Ugandan, my first question is this a true love or just a green card thing? I mean, it's the truth. Like I will question the person. So, but if you don't bring that kind of thing, I meet you. Oh, this is a genuine person. So those are the things. Even if you're in America, have friends different. It's not just because you want to marry them, because you want a green card. No, you cannot fear to have friends to open your horizon just because of fear of something. But yes, that means even in Kenya, you cannot talk to another tribe. You cannot talk to people of another degree program.
Yeah.
need to, yeah, you are university, have friends from another faculty, another department, other people from another university, another country. That's the world. You are not brought to be just a Tanzanian, live and born in, die in Kigoma. You have the entire world, but the entire world is for you. So don't limit yourself just to only people on one particular area.
Yes. I think now we can look at some of your questions before we end.
Yeah, so let's go to the questions. I know there are so many. So I'm so sorry. Okay, hi guys, I'm in. You are right, Ernest. So first of all, before I continue, I want people to make sure that you go and subscribe. That is number one thing. As I said, we are live into 2 channels at the same time. SHIKO Hope TV USA, or just if you just make it easier, let me make it easier for people. I'm going to put the link on the comment here right now. You can be able to see SHIKO Hope channel is there. Make sure that you subscribe right now. Is on the over there. Then my channel, you can be able to find it also. EBM Scholars, you can be able to get my channel over there. You can be able to subscribe. But also, for those who speak Swahili, there is EBM Swahili channel, which is also I speak Swahili. So we did some interview with the SHIKO on Swahili version on that one. So you can also be able to learn on those ones. So that was number one thing. I want to make sure that you understand. You go to subscribe before we go to the questions. So let me go to quickly to go to the questions. Yes, happy Madaraka Day, EBM. I emailed you, no reply until now. Please, Alex, I will try to go to your comment, your email. I have over 3,000 email messages on email. I have over 5,000 DM on Instagram, and I have so many comments on here. So I will try my best. The same applies to SHIKO. So if someone delays, it's not that they ignored your question. It's because sometimes it happens.
Oh yes, we have so many, but we try our level best to reply to as many as we can.
Yes. So thank you so much, people who have been from different countries. I feel like I'm in the United States when I watch your videos, eagerly waiting for the live chat. Thank you.
We are.
What we are doing, both SHIKO and I, we are not trying to fake the life. We are trying to tell you the truth and the reality. Yes, it's hard, but we are able to make it. So you can be able to do that. So you don't say it's hard that you don't come. No. Come here, wash dishes. I wash dishes, but don't wash dishes for the rest of your life. That's the point we are telling you. It's the truth. You have master's degree, wash dishes. Yeah. Okay. So let me go quickly so that I can. Okay. I can quickly go to the question. Hi EBM, Indian consulate updated last week that they will start to reschedule all visa appointments on June 7th. So they will start family-based immigration F42. Yes. The reason I'm saying yes is because all embassies and consulates around the world, they are working under the directives from the Department of State, which they categorized the priority. Unfortunately, they are doing green card, first of all, which that one will be that one. But the DV lottery winners is the last category, unfortunately. So there will be family-based will be the first categories. Then the green card lottery will be the last category in those 4 categories. Okay. Can you apply for someone for the DV lottery for someone who lives in different country from yours? The answer is yes. It doesn't matter where the applicant is. In the end, the information will be, if I have the information for SHIKO, I can apply for SHIKO. And I have the passport, I need to have all the information I can apply for. But it doesn't increase the chance because some people, they say, you're in America, if you apply for me, I'll win. No. What he wants you to win is God. If God wants you to win, whether you are in Kisumu, whether you are in Timbuktu, it doesn't matter.
Yes, like last application, I applied for 3 people. and none of them was selected. So it's not a guarantee.
Hi, EBM. Is there any way possible I will be interviewed before September? They emailed me saying my case is ready to be scheduled for an interview. It will depend with your case number. In Africa now, they are now nearby 10,000. Truthful, it is very tough and it's scary for the V lottery winners. The speed is very, very minimal. Hello, SHIKO. Okay. Question for you, SHIKO. Hi, SHIKO. Is there any age limit for the green card application?
To the let me say, if you have an ID, if you have a Kenyan ID, that means you have done your KCSE and everything. You are good to apply.
Yes,
you're good to apply.
Yeah. Some people they think that they are old, maybe they are 40, 50, whatever. You can be 100 years to apply for lottery. There is no that. I usually tell people, in the end, remember, you must be high school or 2 years of qualifying work experience.
Yes, so, that's that.
Obviously, someone with that will be at least age of 18 and above.
18.
I don't advise people, even if you have a passport at the age of 15, maybe you travel with your parents somewhere, they have the passport. Age of 14, you apply for the development. If you win, you don't come with your parents. That's number one. The embassy will allow to come, but where are you going to stay? You will never sign a contract because you are a minor.
You don't have the minimum of KCSE or high school minimum.
How are you going to do
at 14?
Yeah, it will be even if you have qualifying work experience, maybe you're a professional soccer player at the age of 15 or 16, you come here because you are a minor. Your parents must be the one signing for you for school, signing the contract. Kobe Bryant, at the age of 17, was drafted by Lakers from high school. He didn't sign his contract. The parents has to sign for him. They don't care how much money you have, but you are still a minor. Even a phone, you cannot have a phone because it's a contract. The company will never allow a minor to sign a contract. So that's why you need to be at least 18 and above, just to be able, even if you have to be able to survive American life of the contract.
Okay, one Jacinta Mwangi is asking this question, and this one is, I will leave you to answer this. How can one extend visit visa or change to another visa?
That is a very good question. How can one person change the visa? First of all, the good thing for Kenyans, thank you to Obama, if you apply for the visiting visa, is 5 years. You can come, go. So that is the advantage. Number one. Tanzania is 1 year, multiple entry. Number one, while you are here, you have few advantages. For instance, applying for school, if you are overseas, yes, you can apply, but you are far away. But here, you can go to a community college and talk to them in person. You talk to them in English, so they know, compared from the screen, that they can admit you. Say, okay, you can just take this class. The regulation can change. And since you are here, yes, the regulation will be to admit will be the same to give the documentation. So you can be able to change from visiting to international student easier than if you are from Africa to apply and come for the first time as international student. And even if we say you have to go out of the country, then come back because you have shown the loyalty and that I have this visa. I went back to my country in Tanzania or Kenya or in Uganda, whatever country I'm coming from. Then I'm going as a student. It will be easier to transfer that way. But the best way, get married. Transfer your visa from visiting to green card. That in chemistry, we call it the sublimation process. That means an object changes from the solid to air without passing through liquid. You jump the process.
EBM.
Because I mean, in this world, you don't necessarily have to marry your fellow Kenyan or fellow Ugandan. Yeah, so you have to be open-minded, kind of that.
I love your advice. Get married.
Yeah, I mean, don't get married for fake. For just fall in love with someone. and then start their life. You never know. Like, what's the problem? Yes, the advantage of it is marriage, and marriage leads to green card. Yes, I got married to my wife. I was still a master's student. I was I was just like 2-3 weeks before I got my graduation. That when we had our wedding, but I still have the OPT 1 year later. But I got married while I was a student, and I told my wife, yes, if I marry you, I'm getting green card. But that is not the reason. If I want to get green card, I will never go to church because I'm Catholic. So I'm marrying this way. And just for you to know, my dream is to be in America. I told you how this is my dream. I explained everything. So even if we go to Tanzania and you like so much Tanzania, you can send Tanzania, but I'll come back to America. That's what so she knew, like, yes, I'm getting green card. So it's not you are tricking someone. That is the reality. Yes, when you get married, yes, if you marry Bill Gates, yes, you become the wife of Bill Gates, you have the money too. Yeah, it's just like that's the reality. If you get married to son of Ruto, obviously you're part of Ruto family.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's an advantage. Just like the rat who lives in the church, they have an advantage of eating Bible. It happens that way.
Today's show, it was very short, but it is so lively. I love it.
That is the reality, like, yeah. Yeah, so those are the things, like, it's the reality. Yeah.
Sure,
so
you got the opportunity.
Get married. So, I mean, is there any regulation you must marry to someone in Africa? No. If you are you go to Kisumu, eat sato, the fish. If you go to whatever in another region, eat cassava. It's okay. So you're in America. Eat Americans.
Yes. Chanuka, Bishop, grab the opportunity.
Yes. So let's go to quick other questions. Sorry, sometimes we. Yeah. So we already answered that one. Can I change J1 visa, exchange visitor to international student? Yes, that is allowed. Myself, I came as a Fulbright scholar, exchange visitor visa J1, and you are allowed to change from J1 to international student. You are allowed. There is a difficulty. The section 212 subsection E of return to your country requires you, is restricting you to go to H1 visa or to green card. There is a certain way you have to get a waiver. But to change to international student, you are allowed without any problem.
Yeah.
I tell people the truth, they like the example. That is the reality. Yeah. I mean, if I could not marry American now, I could be still international student and walking around here.
Caroline Nyongesa says, great advice for the singles.
Exact, Caroline. Yeah. Okay. Another person. My case number is around Asia 9,000, but still my country embassy is closed due to the COVID. I'm really upset. I'm sorry. Will I get the chance to be interviewed? What's your suggestion? Thank you. 9,000 for Asia will be interviewed. No worry on that. You don't need to get upset with the. Don't need to get upset with the. Get upset with the COVID. I lost a job of $106,000 because of the COVID, so I'm upset too. So
now see what you have done, Mr. EBM. They are here getting guys telling me to get him a SHIKO Kenyan guy. Yeah.
They have to go to online dating. They have to find a dating website and start getting some people. Okay, Saidi say, hi EBM, I'm from the Netherlands with the case number EU 26,000. Can I change my location of interview to Belgium if I did not submit my DSC 260? Yes, you can change your location. If you haven't submitted, even if you have submitted, you can ask it to unlock and change the location. So they have no problem with that. If I come to the, if I come there, I will eat Americans. Good advice. Today
is Madaraka Day, watu wanajiachilia.
Yeah. Brenda, Brenda, we have been planning. She wants to interview me to her channel. We have been planning to do the interview, and then I got sick, whatever. So I haven't interviewed with her yet. We were planning to do yesterday, and then we got caught. She went for the golf, whatever. Yeah, but
Brenda came to my channel. She came with it in our channel. Yeah. It was so good. Brenda, thank you so much for watching this show.
Yeah, so hi, EBM. After winning the V lottery, does the V lottery, when does biometric happen? If you are out of America, you do on the day of the interview at the US Embassy. That's why it has to be in-person interview. That's the requirement. That means the day we are doing fingerprint. But in US, you do fingerprint separately on another day. Please, my case number is AF 15,000. Should we expect interview? Yes, you'll be having the interview. 15,000 is still. Thank you. I love you guys, Brenda. Okay.
Love you too, Brenda.
If your spouse previously had a court case and was declared innocent, we still one can really provide his verdict report alongside the police clearance. I think you don't need, unless otherwise, if the crime is reported to the police, it will be part of the police clearance. But if you have been to the prison, you sleep in the prison, you have been judged, like go to the sentence 2 days, 1 month, 1 year in the prison, yes, you need to have that one, prison records. Oh, so many questions are coming while we are about to finish. Okay, let me see quickly. I've already answered. What if a person has lived in 2 countries and have lived in different addresses? Must the person provide all the addresses lived in each country? You can just put one address, as long as the point they want to see you are lived in. If you lived in another country, let's say you lived in Sudan, you stayed in one apartment for 7 months, then you went to another apartment for 1 year. Just put one address you lived in those time, because cannot just this address in the end is just kind of that. But in your country, if you are living in Dar es Salaam, then you went to live in Dodoma, then you live another years in your country. If you have to put those different years. But if you're in another country for 2 years, you can put just one address, easy that way. May God bless you, people. Thank you. Hi, EBM. My case number is AS 33,000. Oh, 33,000 Asia. That is a tough number. I usually tell people starting from 25 going to 30. Yeah, so if to expect the interview will be August or September itself. Okay, I've already answered that one. Oh man, there are so many questions. Okay, greetings from Kenya. Please tell me if I can use to apply a new passport without a visa. I don't understand the question.
Yeah. Maybe he's asking if he can apply for a green card without a passport. Yes. Maybe that's what he means.
So I want to say, let's say if you are the winner, I'm principal applicant, I'm the winner, my spouse doesn't have the passport. No, you cannot get the visa. They cannot put the visa on your hand. They have to put it on the passport. Shiko, how can I play both? How can I apply both? I'm an S in Kenya.
Apply what?
I think it's just to apply for the green card lottery. You can apply, yeah,
you can apply for green card.
Yeah, so Swash, thank you so much. You say in Kenya nowadays you get the temporary passport within 1 day as long as you have all the necessary requirements. Yes, it's very true. Yes, yeah, Kenya is 1 day, Tanzania is like 2 or 3 days, but it's very quick. And that one, they don't need to show the evidence you are traveling, whatever. So I'm going to see someone on vacation to Ngorongoro in Tanzania.
Yeah, one Edith Jockey is asking if there is still hope for a case number 24,000 in Kenya.
2021, 2022 winner.
Maybe she's asking about 2021.
2021. Yes, there is a possibility because I'm just assuming, I'm just gauging. They started interview mostly like in April. From April and May, there are almost 10,000 in Africa. So if we go to the same speed, so June, July, August, September, For 4 months, obviously there will be 30,000. So average 10,000 in a month case numbers in Africa. That will be likely to happen.
Yeah, I think she's asking for a family member. By the way, she's in Missouri. Maybe she's your neighbor.
Yeah, we're in the middle, exactly here at the Center for America.
I think she's on St. Louis.
St. Louis,
something like that.
3 hours from here. I'm in Kansas City. My passport is going to expire in December, and now I already applied for the new passport to avoid delay. By there, will cases ask documentation accordingly to my case number 27,000. So this is, if you have a new passport, when they ask the document, you send both the passport, the old passport and the new passport. Into the interview, you go with both, the one you used to apply and the new passport.
Hiya, Caroline is asking, which is the best time to apply for green card? Is it at the beginning when they are opened, or towards the end, towards the closure of applying?
I usually tell people, don't wait on the last day to apply, because the website can be crowded and you might not be able to apply. But don't feel bad not to apply on the first day, because so many people think that they have to apply on the first day. Because applying for the first day doesn't give you any opportunity like you are going to be the first one, because they are waiting until the last person to close. So it doesn't matter whether you apply on the last day, first day, or the last day. My nephew, who won the developer, applied for him. I applied on the last day, and it was just like 2 hours before deadline. And because I was on the computer, because I moved from Kansas, to California to Kansas. So most of my documents, my memory card, they were in California, and they saw on the computer I have his photo. So I go ahead and I apply. So, but he won. There are people have applied for the first day. So it doesn't matter whether you apply in the midnight, during the day. There is no trick on that. It's just God.
Yeah, it's just God.
Okay. Is there any other question on your end?
Yes. Victor Simiyu says, what are the documents that the host needs to produce to the applicant when filling the DS-260 form in the visa interview? And last, if I have an existing loan, can I be denied a visa? If you have an existing loan, you can't be denied a visa. For the documents that the host needs to give you, tell us, EBM, what are these documents?
Basically, there are two things. There are requirements of overall U.S. government. The host, by U.S. government regulations, doesn't need to provide anything than the address. That's why the DS-260, they ask where you live. But individual embassies, sometimes they ask, send us the affidavit of support. And they will send you the email to ask you that. Like they send you the email when they ask you, okay, you have been scheduled for the interview. They will tell you what documents you need to come with them. So if that embassy, I know Zimbabwe #1, sometimes Kenya, but Zimbabwe, I know for sure. Even like someone has interviewed in June, they have been told, go with the affidavit of support, and they highlighted in red. So if they need affidavit of support, they will tell you. But if they don't need, they didn't write they need affidavit of support, host doesn't need to provide anything than the address and how you know the host. But so you need it, like if you not the host, you can have the host, but the host should not be your sponsor. If they ask that, ask any other person to give the affidavit of support. So I can can be your host, but I'm the one providing that one. They want to know in America, if you fall financial short, who can be able to support you? That's what they need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And first of all, the embassy will never know about your banking financial situation, if you have the loan or what. They do not know. It's just you and the bank. But don't run away from your responsibility. You have to pay them. Okay, we have 1 minute, and then we have to end this one because I have to get ready to go for another live with the on Janet's on Joyce's channel. So I'm going to be over there.
Yeah, we can do the last one.
Okay, answer that one. Which state did you go after winning the green card lottery? And I'll ask you why.
I came because I'm still in that state. I came to Texas, Dallas, Texas. That's why I am from that time until now. Ask me why.
Why Texas?
because that's where my host was, and I liked it. I did not think about relocating to another state after that. I loved Texas, and I'm here to stay for now. Maybe I'll think, let me go to Boston, or I come to Missouri. You never know. But for now, I loved Texas, and that's where I'm still.
Okay, let me answer this from Wangu. What if the dependent or the spouse didn't attain high school level? Could they be denied the visa? No, they are giving the visa or deny the visa on the basis of the main applicant, principal applicant. So if they deny the principal applicant, they deny the entire family. But the spouse can be denied the visa individually if he's a criminal, but it will not affect the entire family. If you're a terrorist, obviously they will deny the visa that person, not the entire family. That's all. But I usually tell people, don't go to the US embassy with the American flag, you just ripping off. I mean, anything can cause you a trouble. So I think that I know we have so many questions. I'm sorry we've not been able to go all the questions. And some of these questions, usually we go through them and we make the videos based on those questions. So don't think that we ignore you. No, I'm sorry. And then
yes, guys. Yeah. I would like just to thank you all for coming. If you have loved us, you have loved our content, please make sure you have subscribed on both our channels, EBM Scholars channels and SHIKO Hope TV USA, because we got you guys. That you are in our hearts. That's why we are doing this. We just planned this. We just planned this live, and we said let's do it. Let's do it because we need these people to get this information. Please subscribe to our channels.
So we'll go through. I know Janti put the question right now. Stella is asking a question. So there are so many questions coming up. We are going through these questions. And this person has been already changing the location about the interview. I've already asked about Said. The question is very simple. You can change. If you haven't submitted the DSC 260, you can do anything. The KCC do not know anything. If you have submitted, you can ask to unlock and change. They don't care about that. So that will be the last question. We are going through to answer these questions through videos. So thank you so much, everyone.